I want to start out by thanking Heather and MOL for having such a safe space for all of those who may be a little bit different in some way or other. It's a wonderful thing to be able to come to some place that is that good. I am a Vietnam veteran, but like Forrest Gump, I'm just going to say that's all I'm going to say about that. I have a poem, and this is the first time it has ever been read in public. It's called Volcanic Feathers. It's a poem that is dedicated to anyone who grew up with gender dysphoria. I have a number of friends who have, but this goes out to them and to all others that have had that. This poem uses spirit, soul throughout it, because it talks about the spirit soul. And by spirit soul, I mean that thing that is cognitive consciousness. Because being transgender goes through all cultures and all countries, I have used throughout the poem the word soul, spirit in other languages. I have used Navajo, Cherokee, Sanskrit, and many, many others. If you hear a word that you're not familiar with, it means spirit, soul. The child was about to be born, Jiva, in that quantum field of separate interconnectedness. A quantum feminine point instantly enters this baby with that very first breath, drifting in as soft as forest's feather. The doctor says it's a boy, and wheezes in, he screams, "No, I'm female," as his consciousness melds, blends with his child, as the two become one and a new life begins, as separateness becomes an integrated knot of potentiality with peacock colors. The child starts to embrace its separateness, its uniqueness from those around it. Recognition of mother, father, sister have brought kaleidoscope patterns of thought, whirling around the loci of individual reality. She sees her baby sister. Something is different. An uneasiness stalks her on barbed crow's feet. My sister is different between her legs. Why? She realizes that they call her sister a little girl, but they call her a little boy. Mom says I will look just like dear old Dad, but wait, I don't like those rough clothes he wears. I like to watch Mom get dressed, watch as she puts on her makeup. I mimic her and pretend I'm doing it as well. Atma is uneasy as the cawing talon makes a small wound in expanding consciousness. Mom and Dad talk about God. I don't really understand God. They talk about praying to God, and God will answer. I close my eyes, and deep within me I ask, God, will you make me a little girl like my sister? You know that is what I am. Please give me a girl's body. Like so many other little girls, my communication skills arrive very quickly. I have a fluid vocabulary. I have started to read. I love talking and listening to my mother and her friends. My mom often hurts me as she tells me, "This is girl talk. Go play with the other little boys." I asked for a doll, and they gave that. I asked for a doll like they gave my sister, but they gave me a ball and glove. I have a teddy bear. I rock my bear. I comfort my bear. My bear is my little baby, but the Adventano whispers with a cold, icy realization, you will never have a baby. Warm, salty tears freeze against the cruel, icy knowledge. I am a boy. I can't give birth. I have no idea what that means to give birth, but my eyes, my runny nose, my shivering remind me you never will. For days, I was confined to my bed. They called it flu. I knew without proper words that the rue deep within me had contacted a psychic fever, that something had to give or my lingen would splinter. like the vision within a vision, within that infinity of mirrors shattered by the evil queen with her apple, thrown with such hatred and force, shattering all those mirrors. I have no chance to ever be the fairest of them all. I decided I had to play a game. I watched other boys to see how they acted. Acting, playing a part, became my pastime. I learned to swagger and talk about silly girls. When the other guy said, "I hate girls," I would nod in agreement. I became a great actor. My parents no longer thought I was a little sissy-ish, but there were times, cherished times, of finding lost treasure with Long John Silver. The family was gone and I was home alone. The treasure was right there. I could handle it. I could feel it. I could put on my sister's clothes. For a short while, the golden intensity of feeling, the clutching reality of Ame, was balanced with the fear that the Admiralty would find me and I would have to walk the plank or dangle by my neck from the yardarm. I grew into a young man, went to college, dated, had sex with women. I had many male friends, but my best friends were always women. They talked about how easy it was to talk to me. I wasn't like other men. They would ask for fashion advice. I just always knew what look they were going for. I could help them be more goth, more punk, more glamorous, more attractive to men. I helped them find what they knew about themselves, that center that was truly them. I just had a way of letting them make the decision, but they always said I was a genius. I had dreams about some of my male friends. I was a woman and they wanted me. Their powerful desire was for my round, curvy body. I felt them take me in their arms. I felt myself getting wet, wanting them so deeply. I could feel them enter me. Alas, the dream would end. I was still me, a boy. I had gay friends and I cared for them deeply, but I was not interested in sex with them. I knew I was really a woman and I only wanted to be loved as a woman. Real satisfaction could only come in dreams. I was in my 40s. I had a wife and a child. I was content. I had all I had ever wanted, but one day I was sitting on a ledge 7 stories up. The volcano of my hidden Tamashi erupted, pouring out lava over my happiness, my well-being. My very self exploded into volcanic ash, and I felt myself floating off into space, knowing that this hot ash would dissipate and fall, becoming chilling rain, and the person I was would flow into the ocean to freeze and solidify, an iceberg, losing all humanity. My heart, my alma, my emotions were turning to stone. I knew the clarity of approaching death, and I had only 2 choices: jump or join that hookah-smoking caterpillar, moving into a chrysalis stage with hormone therapy, with changes that would destroy some relationships, would change others, and allow some new ones to form as I slowly transformed into a butterfly. It was die or spread my wings. I cried from frustration, fear, and the deep, sharp, overwhelming obsidian cruelty. Then I jumped, spreading my wings, blessing and thanking everyone who helped me soar. Thank you very much.